Hello everyone, it's Michelle, the stamp worker. I have been I have not been making videos for a while, I think at least 3 weeks. Um, Sadly, most of that reason is because of the fact that my phone has reached its storage capacity. It's a 256 gig Apple iPhone 11 Pro. So, I mean, it's old, but 256. Um, Most of it was taken up with apps, not my photos, although I have tried to cull through my photos. So I would offload a bunch of apps, and it still wasn't enough. And so when you go into settings and it shows your list of apps, it starts with the one that has the most, takes up the most room or storage, and that would be YouTube. So sadly, when I deleted, sadly, I guess, I had to delete YouTube. But when I did, it freed it up like so much space. I think it went from 255 point whatever to 187. So it's been hard to watch videos on my phone. I have to go to Safari and it's sad. But we do have new phones on the way. We're moving from AT&T to T-Mobile. I'm very excited about it, and I'm getting an iPhone 17 Pro. My husband's getting the Max. I'm getting the Pro. I don't like the bigger one, and I'm getting 512. Yes, I am. Because I need it. These videos take up a lot of room. The last time I made a video, I was actually trying to make a true process video where I just let the camera run, and my camera shut off because I ran out of memory. Some days I can't even get into my mail because it says I don't have enough memory, or my phone just kind of stops working. So anyway, it's kind of a phone crisis over here, but they're being mailed. I think they're at the post office now. Okay, so back to what I'm doing. This is for Paw Your Way into Our Hearts, and I am using a sketch from Page Maps from this month, November 2025. Now I have some sticky notes on here because I am also wanting to use this for some pumpkin patch photos. But this is the one I want to use. Luckily I had printed it out bigger. I have two photos of my son. I'm kind of trying to concentrate on 2014. So I have two photos of him with his cat, Freddie. So these photos in 2014, for like 2 years, I had a Samsung Galaxy, whatever. I don't know exactly what it was, but I had it for 2 years, and I don't know if you have an Android, but the aspect ratio of the photos are different. So they're like taller and skinnier. So when I printed this one out last night as a 4x6, so I knew I wanted to crop it down to 3.5 by 5. This one did not allow, there was no place to crop it, right? I don't want to cut off Freddie's head. I don't want to cut off my son's head. So there was no way to do it. And if this one worked out where I was able to crop it, this was 4x6, and I cropped it down to 3.5 by 5. Okay, so then I use my print to size app, which usually works, and I'll include a photo here. This was supposed to be the actual image 3.5 by 5, but as you can see, there's no way this is 3.5 by 5. It's about a 1/4 inch each direction, so it's more like 3 3¾ by 5¼ which still, normally you could crop that down, but this is not where I could crop it. I don't want to crop the cat's head. I don't want to crop Braden's head, right? And this one, if you notice, the 4x6, it took off some of this side and some of this side, a little less of his ear showing. So I didn't like that. So I went back into the Print to Size app and I sized it down a little bit more. I think I took a screenshot. I'll share that here in case you use the app. So this, I just kind of guessed. I made it more like 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. I don't know. I can't look right now, but I need these photos to be the same size because of the sketch I chose, right? So this one is the right width, and then this one is just a tiny bit taller. So I will cut it off. I will cut off the white, and then I will cut this down to be exactly the same size. And these are just wasted photos, basically. But I will put them... I need to start a file of photos I print that I don't actually use. I think it's a sweet photo. I don't remember the details, why he's wrapped in a towel, but his foot looks wet. So somehow he must have had a bath, but I don't know why. We don't typically give the cat a bath. I'm not sure. But, and these are, one is, let's see, this is December 2014, this is June. And that's okay because I'm making I don't have to do, even though I am making a 2014 album, I am not stuck on this, like this one being a June layout and this one being a December layout. I think that the commonality is my son and his cat. And I'll figure out where it goes in the album. Maybe it won't even go in my 2014 album. Maybe it will go in his album. I'm not sure. But let's move on. So as you know, Page Maps doesn't give you the measurements, which doesn't bother me. I'm not into being told exactly how to cut the paper anymore. But what so I got this collection. I have this collection that I've never used. It's called Meow by Alicia Gordon, and it is Echo Park. It is from 2015. I do not know where I got it. It's been sitting, hanging out. I have been using Max and Daisy. It's a cat and dog collection from Keep It Simple, and I really like that one, but I just thought I wanted to use something a little different. So I've decided this will be my background. It's a tone on tone, and instead of white. Okay, and then this one is what will be this strip right here. And then this dark piece, I will use this fish paper. Is tone on tone fish paper. And then there's a strip of paper here, and I think it's probably around 3 by 7, and I'm going to use this. However, this is the back side of the background paper, so I am thinking I'm going to pull a Lisa Brooks from Life in Layouts, and I'm going to cut behind here into the background paper this strip. And I don't know, I might want to even mat these photos with it. I mean, why not? Why not? So I am going to do that off camera, and then I will come back and I will build the layout with you. All right? All right, so I am back. I've done my cutting. And let me show you. I made a hole here to mat these 2 photos. And then to cut these 2 pieces. All right. Because I don't know why I did that. It's not like I don't have enough paper. Okay, let's look at the sketch again. Okay, so this goes on first. And it shows it about an inch in, but I'm probably going to scoot it over so this black cat shows. Okay, and then this would be this dark piece. And I may bring it more to the left as well. Okay, and then we have this yellow and these. Okay, I spent a ton of time looking for a stamp set. Before Close to My Heart closed last year, they had come out with this stamp set, and I did not buy the die. I was trying to be cheap. It was just $5 without the die. Sorry about that. My alarm went off. Then later they offered the die. So I thought this would be really good for right here. Well, I couldn't find the stamp set anywhere. And so at first I cut a strip with and used a border punch. Then I was like, no, I could use this. But I couldn't find the stamp set. So I went ahead and drew lines, and then I found the stamp set. And the stamp set's really cool because it's got the dotted line and two vertical lines. But my spacing is a little bit tighter, so I get more journaling on. So I'm just going to leave it. And here's a tip, not another, but I almost always write my journaling out first on some scratch paper. So that's what I did. And there's something else I'd like to share. Because I wasn't sure how big to make this green fish piece. I was thinking 8.5 by 8. So then I just took a scratch piece of paper. It's already 8.5 wide. And then I cut it at 8 this way and tried it out. And I liked it. So then I cut my real paper. It kind of reminded me of when I was a kid. My mom sewed a lot of my clothes because I was kind of hard to fit. I was tall and very thin. And she would make them out of basically kind of like throwaway fabric. And so she didn't want to cut her good fabric, and because she had to always adjust all the patterns. Anyway, so that's what I did, so I wouldn't mess the paper up since I didn't know exactly. Now this has a cute banner here, and it goes from here to here. And I tried that. I think I like it up higher, so I'm going to put it up like this. And then it has the title up here, but I think, well, let's see. And the journaling over here. So it's kind of like this. I might could just do the journaling like that. I'm not sure. Okay, it has a little bit of a scallop border right here. So I cut this out of a sheet of like borders, and I'm just going to adhere it here. I did take some pewter ink from Close to My Heart, and I just carefully ink these edges. It's very subtle. I did not realize that I do not have this color in any ink. Close to My Heart did not have this color. I thought maybe peacock, but it was too blue. too blue. So there's a color I need. And then I've been recently killing the Spooky Things kit from Simple Stories, and so I took the chipboard and I backed this If All Else Fails, Snuggle with Your Kitty, and I backed the cat, and I backed the banner. And it took a little bit, but I do like the height. I like the height a lot. So in the sketch, it has these photos going way over here, but then it covers the cat up, which it might not be a big deal because I do have this black cat. I'm not sure. Just gotta fiddle with it a little bit. And then like the title could go here. I don't like the cat looking off that way though, like it is in the paper. So I thought about putting the cat here with the title. And then I've thought about moving this over a little. And then the journaling could just go down here. I probably will ink the edges of it so that it stands out a little bit more. I didn't feel like this stood out enough. Then I have a Scrap and Happy Studio flare that has this yellow. I'm just not sure where it should go. Maybe over here since the yellow's here. Trying to kind of have 3 clusters, so there'd be 1, 2, and 3, and not one here because then that would make kind of like 4. I have a few stickers off the sticker sheet. I hand wrote June 2024. I plan on putting that here. December 2014, and December 2014 here. And so even though I'm not worried about combining these 2 photos, I do kind of still want to differentiate which one is from where. I have these paw prints. I thought about going up the side, and there are 2 more. There's 2 more here I could use. And I did think about using the red letters, but then I like this ready-made title. I also thought about Me and My Best Friend, but this one, If All Else Fails, Snuggle Your Kitty. I mean, he's snuggling him. And this could be a secondary title. I'm not sure. And so I took the sticky off some of these stickers, and then I punched a couple of pattern papers that aren't already used for possibly putting an epoxy flare on top, or just as a layering piece, maybe like that. That's kind of cool. And then this, the cat could be sort of here. I'm not sure. Maybe you don't even need it. So I'm going to come back after I get some things glued down, and I appreciate your patience. Okay, I am back with the layout complete. Let's see. I think everything's glued down well. Ended up adding a little bit of enamel dots along with a heart, a sticker heart in each cluster. 1 Scrap and Happy Studio flare, and I call this complete. It looks kind of funny on the back, but who's gonna see it? I don't think I even need to put any washi tape back here. I might glue it a little bit right here just so it doesn't catch on anything. I'm happy with it. So this is a hop, a monthly hop, and I believe it is hosted by Miranda Weber. And so I will have the link down below of everyone else playing along, scrapping their furry friends, whether it be a cat or a dog or whatever. For next month, I'm going to scrapbook a baby bunny. So that's also my 2014 memory. So I will be working on that. I don't even know if I have any. I may pull in some Easter embellishments for bunny themed embellishments. So thank you for stopping by, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I would love your thumbs up and a comment. Thank you. Bye bye.